This is JSA TV, the newsroom for tech and telecom professionals. I'm Dean Perrine, and welcome to JSA TV. I am coming at you on location in beautiful downtown Chicago, Illinois, at the Maven Wave offices. Maven Wave is celebrating 10 years of growth in 2018, so we thought we'd stop in and talk to their partners, their founders today. And one of those founders is with me right now, Mr. Jeff Lee. Jeff, again, is one of the co-founders along with his brother, who I just spoke to, and who you will get to know, Jason, as well. But Jeff, welcome to JSA TV. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
You bet, you bet. So I'm just going to jump right in. The question here is inflection point for Maven Wave. Can you pinpoint for us at what point did you say we did it, or we're a success?
Yeah. Actually, I can. It's definitely the year 2015. There's a lot of components needed to be successful in this type of business, but as a startup to make it to the next grade, there's two primary capabilities that have to flourish. One of them is the ability to land major new clients. That flow has to keep coming, otherwise you run out of work and people can't promote. You can't get bigger, and you die, perhaps slowly. The other thing, and so that year we had a real breakthrough with respect to the position of clients shifting to cloud. We developed a really strong position in our relationship with Google. We felt we had earned our way to become a go-to partner for Google. So now as clients shifted more toward cloud and they were ready to embrace it, we were in a great position to take that on. So landing new clients it became evident that we'd be able to do that quite well. The other aspect that you need is talent. And to us, talent is everything, and it makes the difference between winning and losing. And we felt we had really built an exceptional set of talents here, and our reputation in the industry had really grown, and our networks amongst those talents had really flourished as well. So our ability to bring on new talents, we knew we nailed it by 2015, and all of these forces came together, and we knew we were on our way to a sustained success.
Very cool. Now I was talking to your brother Jason earlier, and he talked. Yeah, he was lovely. You're fine though as well. So, but no, in the 2.5 or 3 hours that I've been in your offices just this morning, it's clear that there is a very strong working environment and culture here at Maven Wave. Why don't you talk to us a little bit about what it is that you're looking for in that talent?
Great question. Well, we all need technologists, we all need business domain skills, et cetera, but the main element we always talk about that makes the difference is X factor. And to us, the term X factor means it's an intangible quality, and it really leads to likability and magnetism and influence, and you tend to be successful in situations, and it just makes a big difference. So you can go through a project and have wonderful technology capabilities, but if nobody likes working with you, it's a total failure. You really don't have a business going forward. So we work very hard to build this X factor, and it's a DNA. It's a DNA we recognize when we're recruiting and interviewing, and so it makes a big difference because we're a relationship business. So the relationships with clients, when you bring X factor to the table, clients want you to work on their projects. And partners like Google want you to work with them to sell and deliver new business. And new talents coming on want to work amongst you. They want to be on your teams, et cetera. So it's pervasive, and it is our number one difference maker. So we work hard to build a culture that's centered around that X factor and the ideals that it brings.
Outstanding. So let's talk turkey a little bit. And one of the things I promised myself I wouldn't do is just kick around buzzwords all afternoon. But I'm going to throw one at you right now. Data analytics and the existing climate, but more specifically security. Those big data analytics and security don't often mesh necessarily. They're both sexy in their own rights, but in today's climate, they have to mesh. Why don't you talk to us a little bit about how Maven Wave operates in that?
Well, it's kind of a whole progression to get clients to cloud, and security is definitely a big part of it. But from the beginning, we've been big proponents of cloud, and we've kind of seen what cloud was going to bring. And we knew that what you're going to have to bring is multiple disciplines to help clients be successful. it certainly starts with management consulting to understand where are the right opportunities. And as it leads to security, there's some great places, there's some not so smart places to go cloud. And of course, you've got to bring then this lift and shift infrastructure ability to get current applications over into the cloud, and there's some architecting you have to do to make them appropriate for cloud and make them ready to operate safely, securely, et cetera. And then there's application development abilities that to build these elegant solutions that that perform well in kind of a cloud, kind of a digital era environment. And then security really is a combination of the methods and disciplines you put to that and the care you put into, plus the cloud providers are making a whole lot of headway in that way and making it much easier for us to build those protections. You're obviously protecting the data and you're protecting access to the applications, and we've worked hard to develop those expertise that are necessary to do that.
So we're on the subject of consulting. Obviously, there's a lot of upfront back and forth that has to happen. Consultative, is that a word? Consultative? I think. Okay, yeah. Consulting. And your job really is to kind of pinpoint what those pain points might be on the consulting side. So how do you do that? Tell me a little bit about the strategy there.
Great question too. There's a lot of hype about digital and digital transformation and digital era, et cetera. And to us, that really means a move forward in expectations. The millennial way is taking over, and that's a good thing. Yeah. People want to do everything online. They want social around it. They want new product coming at them fast. They want the company to know about them before they even have to tell the company about them. They want everything mobile, et cetera. That's all great things. And so that expectation set is moving forward quickly. And these are employees in their companies, and these are customers. These are real people that are working on the other side. So that expectation set is moving out there fast. So now it's up to which companies can race after that and actually capture and deliver on those expectations. It gives you a nice playing field for new entrants to actually outpace the existing ones and perhaps win a lot of business that in the past they wouldn't have been able to do that. Especially with cloud technologies, they're able to do that. So we are trying to help our clients become successful in that era, and there's really a handful of strengths that they need to get to be successful in playing on that field. One of the first ones is customer intimacy or customer obsession.
Sure.
So they need to know what the customer needs before the customer even tells them that. That's one. Another one is product-driven velocity. So the speed at which some of the most innovative companies you think of out there, the Googles and the Amazons and Spotify and all that, they release products so fast. And a lot of these, large enterprises traditionally they could never keep up with that naturally. So they really need to shift to produce product cycles and delivery cycles in a new way. The data-driven decision making is something that clients need to be successful, and obviously leveraging the cloud and building cultures that are really highly infused with innovation and collaboration, so that ideas from the front line make their way to reality for customers, because some of these people on the front line are the first ones to see what customers need. So getting to these strengths is really the heart of what our consulting is all about. And we're working feverishly to bring the disciplines together, get the clients to understand the mindset they need to shift into, and drive the initiatives that get them there.
Outstanding. So digital transformation affects all businesses, from the startup to the Googles. But the kind of consulting you do obviously is going to vary depending on whether they're a Fortune 500 company, which you folks work with, or someone just opening up a shop. So what is your mindset like when you go in to consult with both the mom and pop and the Google?
Well, the mom and pop is super exciting because some ways we relate to it. We were just the mom and pop, or brother and brother, however you want to say that, 10 years ago. And it's super exciting because again, I keep mentioning cloud, but it just gives you these disruptive economics that you could never achieve in the past. I mean, a little guy could not compete with the big guy. They just get squashed out of the market. But now you have a chance because you could be much bigger than you otherwise would be. You can afford to do it, you can move fast, and you don't have the baggage. So it's really fun, just like we had when we started, that we can be really nimble and fast and go after. We see the target, we can move there. We don't have to shift the Titanic to somehow get there. So it's really fun to go in and help new startups get there. And a lot of times they actually question whether, are we too much in the mindset of working with the big behemoth enterprises? And we say, no, remember who we are. You are who we were, and we can't wait to do this for you. So that's the mentality with the startups, the new players. With the large enterprise clients, it's kind of funny because they went from resisting and deferring the idea of moving to digital, moving to cloud, meaning it's not safe, it's not secure, all that stuff, to now they can't get it fast enough. And their feeling right now is there's a lot of frustration because they're tired of seeing the sizzle of the use cases that are sort of like years in the future. They have years before they can get to this place in many cases. They have the realities of legacy. They have the realities of complex organizations that need to change to be able to embrace what these new technologies can do for them. So we like to work with the large clients to say, we know that that's tomorrow and you need help today. So getting together with them and focusing on what can they do today. And so specifically when you're dealing with the large clients, you have to, number one, you have to find threads that you can operate in. You cannot teach the entire 50,000 person organization to change how they think and reassemble their teams and all that stuff. You've got to find threads of work that you can show how it executes. You build agility, product-driven streams. You get everybody on board and you move quickly and you deliver a stream. A lot of times it's kind of like, for those who are technologists, it's like the microservices concept. A microservice breaks all these monolithic systems down into small solutions and services such that you can spin them up and spin them down quickly. You need to do that with change initiatives in these large organizations. Prove your success, build some momentum. A lot of people, jump on board. Another aspect really is that is kind of having a resurgence in the industry from my couple of decades of experience is change management and adoption. The idea that technology is going to just be thrown into these user groups, user organizations, and they're all just going to embrace it and start using it, whether they're serving customers or it's the customers themselves, is a fallacy. Right. You have to apply the change management, the adoption, the champion efforts, the leadership, the servant leadership type concepts as well. So all of that has to be there. And I would say finally, these are massive organizations, very complex. You have to structure the teams in a way that you can't make decisions across hundreds of decision make. You can't move fast if you're waiting for them all to make decisions. So again, these threads of work, and that's where we kind of have the benefit of being a bunch of management consultants at heart. Yeah. So you have a portfolio of opportunities. You got a portfolio of changing opportunities. You can't plan 150 projects in advance for the next 2 years because everything's going to change underneath you. So you have to instill this mentality that you're constantly looking at a portfolio that's changing in terms of the benefits that are available to you, the technology is available to you, the problems that are rising to the top, and you have to go through these iterative cycles to make it happen. So it does involve this mind shift of change from this project and budget oriented, where we fix it for the next couple of years, to this rolling portfolio of what's the next greatest opportunities we can deliver on. So,
outstanding, Jeff. Thank you very much. And clearly that philosophy is working for Maven Wave with 10 years of growth. Congratulations there. Thank you very much for being with us. We appreciate it. And thank you, viewers, for watching JSA TV. We'll see you soon.